It is a Food World Order Wednesday. It's December 10th, 2025. I'm James Evan Pilato. I made up this thing called Media Monarchy because I love running my mouth about things to learn, and music, and news, and sharing ideas. The biggest thing I've ever wanted to do is make sure you have the art you want to dig. All the movies suck. All the music sucks. There's still good stuff. It's Mounsey Minute, the 24th installment of your Mounsey Minute. We teamed up 2 years ago with our buddy Gavin Mounsey up in the Great White North to start to do monthly Mounsey Minute segments on your Food World Order Wednesday shows. It is the second Wednesday of the month. And giving us some good ideas about how to cook, about how to grow, about how to garden. And he's got his book, recipesforreciprocity.com. And, of course, I've got a link back to all of our Mounsey Minute posts on Media Monarchy. And I always create a standalone MP3 of the Mounsey Minute because you might not be able to give your Morning Monarchy to somebody because I think I've probably sweared already on this show. Mounsey Minute, episode 24. Red-green recipes for the holidays. In this episode, Gavin shares 3 full recipes from his book, recipesforreciprocity.com, that have a lot of nutrients and, naturally, red and green ingredients as a fun option to include in your Christmas celebrations. Mounsey Minute, episode 24, red-green recipes for the holidays.
This is Gavin Mounsey for Media Monarchy. I'm author of Recipes for Reciprocity, the regenerative way from seed to table, and this is the Mounsey Minute. Christmas is just around the corner, so I want to share with you guys 3 recipes from my book that have naturally occurring red and green ingredients, making them a nice festive meal you can make for your holiday celebration. Now, lucky for us, the compounds that are responsible for these bright colors of green and red, like the lycopene in tomatoes that makes them bright red, the anthocyanin in pomegranate kernels that makes them red, and the carotenoids in goji berries, or the chlorophyll and the flavonoids in the green ingredients, these aren't just pretty to look at, these offer some pretty potent health benefits. In many cases, the way that I came up with these recipes, or I discovered the cultures that produced these recipes in the past, is that I had overflowing ingredients from the garden of a large amount, and I had to look to cultures that use large amounts of these ingredients in their food. So when I had a big, huge harvest of parsley or goji berries or tomatoes, I started looking around the world to find different cultures that used them in their food and discovered fun recipes like these. And I like to try recipes from places that I may never get to visit myself, but as a way to kind of experience the culture through the spices and combinations of flavors and textures that they have put together through the generations. So I'll share a few different recipes with you that'll get your reds and greens on the table while also being able to help you explore the culinary expressions of faraway cultures. Now, these cultures just happen to be nearby to the home of that famous rabble-rousing anti-empire carpenter from the little town called Nazareth that we all love so much. Jesus. The 3 recipes I'm going to be sharing today are jeweled tabbouleh, shakshuka, and timatim. Shakshuka is a North African dish where you bake eggs in a savory red pepper and tomato sauce infused with the warming spices of the Middle East. Different regions in North Africa and the Middle East use different spices. I tend to lean towards the Moroccan flavors, so I like to use my homemade harissa. You can also use the Ethiopian berber. Both are really lovely ways to experience the African flavors and get a lot of health benefits because there's slow-cooked organic tomatoes, eggs, chili peppers, detoxifying herbs, chlorophyll-rich greens, fermented probiotic ingredients. Shakshuka is not only nutritious, but also enhances your innate immune system, your cardiovascular health, detoxes glyphosate, helps with your eyes, helps with your bones, protects you against those 5G Z rays, is neuroprotective, and fertility enhancing. Next up is another dish with African roots called timatim. Now this is Ethiopian tomato salad. It's bursting with fresh flavor, and the addition of ginger, wine, parsley, and berber makes it really distinguished from like Mexican salsa, even though it looks similar, and it offers unique flavors with a lot of health benefits. Now traditionally it would be eaten alongside the Ethiopian flatbread injera, but you can also use it like a topping for grilled meats or fish. It's really fun to add on roasts, and you can even use it like a salsa condiment if you're going to put like roast vegetables on a dish or on a sandwich. And last but not least, jeweled tabbouleh with ancient grains and North African spices. This one's one of my favorites because I get to use my homegrown goji berries, the homegrown amaranth seeds, as well as our abundance of parsley and other herbs. Now this one, like the other meals, because I'm including such nutrient-dense ingredients, including both the goji berries and those antioxidant-rich pomegranate kernels, which makes it look like it's full of little jewels, The fermented turmeric is offering a wide range of health benefits, but including boosting the immune system, cardioprotective benefits, protecting your eyesight, helping with your bone health, also protecting against those EMFs again, and fertility-enhancing benefits, as well as protecting your brain. That's it for me this month, guys. If you want to get a copy of my book, which has over 100 other recipes that are going to take you on journeys to faraway cultures like these with nutrient-dense foods, I have a sale going right now, and it comes with seeds for 2 of the ingredients at least that come in these recipes, like the amaranth and the goji berries. So I hope you guys will try these recipes out, and I'm wishing you a very happy holidays, whatever you're celebrating, whether it's the solstice, Yule, or Christmas. Hope you guys have a great time. We'll see you next year.
Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочка, he flew the swallow from afar, started to sing lightly loud, asking the master to come out. Come here, O kind master, it's time in the sheepfold wonders to find. Your lovely sheep have given birth to little lambs of great worth. All of your wares are very fine, corn you will have in a big pile. All of your wares are very fine, coin you will have in a big pile. You have a wife fair as a dove, if not the coin, then the chaff. You have a wife fair as a dove. Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочка, прилетіла ластівочка, стала собі щебетати, господаря викликати. Живи, веди, господарю, подивися на кошару, там овечки покотилися, ягнички народились. Тебе товар весь хороший, будеш мати мірку грошей. Тебе товар весь хороший, будеш мати мірку грошей. Тебе жінка чорноброва, хоч не розчіто полова. Тебе жінка чорноброва, щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочка, прилетіла ластівочка.
Shredrick, Carol of the Bells on Media Monarchy. Shredrick. That's Ukrainian, you guys, for bountiful evening. Carol of the Bells is a Ukrainian Shredrikvga, or New Year's song, known in English as The Little Swallow. The song tells the story of a swallow flying into a household to sing of the wealth that will come with the following spring. Shredrick was originally sung during Kolyada on the night of 13 January, New Year's Eve on the Julian calendar, December 31st Old Style, known in Ukraine as Malanka. The song was arranged by Ukrainian composer Leontovich between 1901 and 1919, with early performances of the piece being performed by students at Kiev University. Chicken Kiev. It was made into... we're supposed to pronounce that differently since the sketch comedians war, for Brandon and Obama's neo-Nazis. It was made into a Christmas carol, Carol of the Bells, by American composer and educator Peter J. Wilhowsky, following a performance of Leontovich's composition by Alexander Koshetz's Ukrainian National Chorus at Carnegie Hall, October 5th, 1922. Wilhowsky copyrighted and published his own lyrics in 1936. The song has become strongly associated with Christmas. Parsley, sage, goji berry, and thyme. The chat also says, Mounsey Minutes always inspire me to cook and try new things. Thank you, Queen Derp. Vera Violet says the local cafe does a great shaka here. Shaka, a great breakfast in Ireland. And Casbot says she loves shaka. They used to make it as a special at Milo's, our local brunch spot back in Northeast Broadway, Portland. Never really thought to try and make it ourselves. Fudge Trudy says, starting my next batch of water-glassed eggs for winter as we speak. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds awesome. And Fudge Trudy is usually posting pretty amazing, drool-worthy food photos in the Media Monarchy community. And, of course, Ebenezer Bitchcotti says, I ain't celebrating shit this year. Huge thanks to Gavin Mounsey for now 2 full years, 24 segments of your Mounsey Minute. So big, huge Merry Christmas to him, and huge thanks. And as we have told you before, here in New Mexico, red or green is the common question at most any restaurant here on nearly anything you might order. And much like alcohol, my spice game is on point down here. You know, way up in the 7,000 elevation. I prefer red over green. I think it is a richer, more complex flavor, whereas green is just kind of spicy to me. Not ready to compete in any spice competitions, but maybe if there were beers, I might not be able to do it myself. But yeah, me and a beer can.